to some very, very successful coaches who give you some exciting business tips, not only how to move your business forward, how to attract clients, but to grow your business at the same time. Is that like way cool or what? Yeah? Okay, before I start off on strategic planning, I want to talk to you a little bit. What about the new people when they come in? How do I present myself? How do I meet people and do the one-on-one? So, real quick, I'm going to give you a couple of questions that you can ask starting off. Instead of pulling your business card out, I know that's what you're used to, that's what we all used to. We changed that dynamic here from sitting down with you and asking a couple questions. And here's some really simple questions that you can ask somebody. And I built companies around these two questions. Are you ready? Would you like to know what the questions are?
Yes.
It's a tough one. I want to see if you can remember this, right? What do you do for fun? It is so much fun to ask somebody what do you do for fun. Why? Because at that point you're connecting and you're identifying and you're building a relationship. So you're relating at that point. Somebody says, oh, I like to play music. You do? I like to sing karaoke. Well, they call it Stormy Monday. So now we got a connection, right? See how much fun that is? Another question I love to ask people is, what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? See, that tells me more about people than what do you do for a living. See, people ask this question, what do you do for a living? Because they're anxious to tell you what they do for a living. Hello? See the difference? Yeah? So I had to learn this concept because Jared and Ed were spanking me all the time because I was doing all the wrong things when I got in. So I finally got it down. What can I do to help you move your business forward? I got it. Okay? Yeah. Believe it or not, because I'm a public speaker, I never get nervous when I speak in front of an audience. In fact, I love it. I was born to be a center of attention clown. What I'm going to share with you today was so defining for me in my life. It changed my life so dramatically. Today, I'm absolutely nervous. Because if it changed my life, I want more than anything for this to change your life. So I hope that God gives me the wisdom and gives me the voice and the clarity to speak to you from the heart, to share with you what He put on my heart to share with you today. Is that okay?
Yes.
We're going to talk about being laser focused. We're going to talk about a planning method called personal strategic planning. It comes from Brian Tracy's teaching. But what it does is it allows you to focus on some activities and get all the distractions out of your life. How many guys know you have distractions? Yeah. Okay, I got a big one. My mother. No, I'm just kidding. We have fun when I speak to. I want you to tell you that, okay? Right. One time I told a story about connecting with somebody because their toes pointed up. I said, oh, that's in my family. We must be related. Well, we were doing business together after that. Isn't that a crazy way to start?
Yeah.
Okay. So distractions are an enemy of success. Yes or yes?
Yes.
You know what the number one enemy of success is?
Distractions.
No. And don't say negative spouse.
Doubt.
Just don't say it's another person.
Fear.
The number one enemy to success is quitting. Quitting on yourself. Number one. Here's what I want to tell you. In successful thinkers, I see so many people with these God-given gifts and talents. And when I speak to you guys, that's why I get nervous, because there's so much talent in here. And how many of you today, if you ask yourself, am I really living up to the potential that God created? Am I really giving it my best? Am I playing at the top? What's holding me back? Why am I not playing at the top? Ask yourself that question today. If you want to play at the top, why are you not playing at the top? Because we're going to have to work on getting the distractions out of your life. Enemy number two. We get so many distractions in our life. I was such a creature of this bad habit. I would put all my favorite things to do during the day first, and all the things I do that would move my business forward last. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? There was the worst habit I had to break. And I thank God that Brian Tracy came into my life. I met him personally in Las Vegas, started reading all his materials, read his book as a young man, Journeys to Success. Always knew he was going to be my mentor someday and coach. And he taught me to get the distractions out of my life. He said, Gary, what you want to do more than anything else is, and I'm going to give you a tip here that'll change your life. He said, Gary, what I want you to do is I want you to write down 10 things that you want to accomplish in your life. 10 things that are goals for you. And I want you to write them down as if you're use when and if and but. Oh, I love but. But what? Okay? I love a but what. Okay? Because that's just another word for excuse. So he said, write down the most important things that you want to accomplish in your life. And I said, okay. Now he says, this is what I want you to do differently. You see, I want you to write them down as if you already possess them. I want you to write them down as if you own them. He says, I want you to live them in your heart. So you can live them in a reality. Are you with me?
Yes.
And I said, okay. He says, but I don't want you to copy them from day to day. I said, what do you mean? He says, I want you to write them down from memory. The 10 most important things that you want to accomplish in your life, I want you to write them down each day without looking back. And he said, at the end of 30 days, what's going to filter through that and what's going to come to the top, that's going to rise to the top, is clarity with what you want out of your life. Can you guys promise me you'll do that? Because that exercise changed me big time. I saw all these little things that I was doing was preventing me to do what God called me to do. The purpose that he gave me. See, he gave me a purpose. He said, Gary, I want you to go out and change people's lives financially. I want you to let them know that they can go from job income and active income to residual and passive income. I want you to teach them that all you have to do is understand the difference between active and transactional income and passive income is getting time and money and people to work for you instead of you working for them. Now, I learned that on my radio show with Robert Kiyosaki. When I asked Robert Kiyosaki this question, I said, Robert, what do I have to do to gain wealth? He said, Gary, in front of 25,000 people listening to my radio show, he said, that's a stupid question, Gary. Now, how do you think I felt? Good thing nobody seen me in the engineering room because I turned red as a lobster. I was so red, I came home red. My wife said, what happened to you? I said, I met up with Robert. He said I was stupid. I go, what did you ask him? I said, I just wanted to know how to get wealthy. He said, it's not about wealth, Gary. It's about passive residual income. It's about going out of the rat race into passive residual income by converting that income to be passive. And I said, Louis, what's he talking about? My wife married me because I was smart. She said, Gary, you make me so horny. I'd like you to move the desk into the bedroom because you're so smart. I said, I don't want to marry this girl because my mother told me. My mother told me I'd never about anything in my life. Is that crazy? Uh-oh. Those are the best days of my life.
Wow. Amen, Gary.
I kept brainstorming every night. Honey, what's this all like? What do you think about this? One night I woke up in the middle of the night and said, honey, I got this brainstorm. We're going to have this company called Cobblestone Mortgage Company. And she said, what's wrong with what we got? I said, well, you know what? I got this vision to build this company around the bay and our partner doesn't. She says, honey, but we're doing pretty good financially. My God, we're racing a yacht. We live in a beautiful home. What are you doing? I said, honey, but I just got this. I want this radio show. And she goes, Gary, this is crazy. We're going to name it Cobblestone. And I looked over my bed and there was a picture of Cobblestone Bridge by Thomas Kincaid. I said, we're going to name it Cobblestone. And our mantra is going to be, we're going to change people's lives in a positive financial way. See, I found myself. I found my purpose. I knew that I inspired people because when I golfed every day, I would always tell them, hit a big one! You can get it on the green! Come on, you watch that curve, you can get that put in. See, I was always encouraging, inspiring people. Now, I brought it to this point to share this with you. So when people come here, when you ask them this question, what can I do to help you to move your business forward? I want you to ask them one more question. I'm going to teach you this today. I want you to ask them this question. What does your ideal client look like? Profile that client to me. Profile 3 clients to me. What you just did is connect me with that person at a deeper level. See, the law of reciprocity says when you give, you get. See, to get a referral, you need to give a referral. See, so many times when we come in here, we're so busy telling everybody about what our business is doing, how great it is, and you know what I call that? Barfing. That's barfing on somebody. It's a new name. I'm going to put that in my book, barfing. Okay? I don't want to book about barfing. People barf on everybody. Here's the question you should ask them. Forget about telling them what you're doing. The first thing you should say is, Lisa, how's your business doing? How's everything going? Any new clients? Are you moving your business forward? What can I do to help? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Learn to talk talk in terms of other people's interests, not yourself. Learn to make other people feel important, not yourself. Is that like way cool? Do you think that might be a better relationship? You see, when I had that terrible partnership in that company, I woke my wife up and I had that vision. I turned around and I made a call to a friend I met 25 years ago. And the main thing is, and I said, Glenn, I have a vision to build this company around the bay. I want to help people more than just with loans. I want to help them to get free financial. I want to help them to get strong financial awareness and intellect so they can change their lives by better and proper planning. He says, Gary, I have the same vision. He says, I'm in Texas, I'm going to fly back. That was like on a Monday night. He flew back on Thursday. He met with me and he shook my hand and he said, would you come join me at the Apple Funding Group? $10 million company, 1,100 loan officers. I was their top trainer and teacher. Became a partner on a handshake. See, Jared was telling me some awesome stuff. How powerful is a relationship? When you go out of your way to ask somebody this simple question, how you doing? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your business. Instead of barfing around about your business. Here's how we're going to do it. Personal strategic planning, what is it? I want you to get this picture and this vision in your mind. Remember when a kid, we used to play with a magnifying glass? And we'd capture the sun in that magnifying glass? And we'd get that laser coming down there, and we'd get that little leaf, and all of a sudden we'd adjust that magnifying glass, and we captured all that energy, and we focused on it, and we learned how to focus on it, and just get it so sharp, collecting those sun rays, that leaf would start on fire. That's what focus does. That's when you take all that talent that you have, and you put it into one place, and you focus that energy to get something done because you know what you want to accomplish. Are you with me? How many guys want to have that kind of laser focus in your life that you would accomplish that time? Turn to the person next to you and say, hey, you're a laser. Come on. We're going to have you guys be a laser. Hello. Look, nothing can add more power to your life than concentrating your energies on a limited amount of targets. One of my coaches, Steve Chandler, wrote 10 New York Times bestsellers, said this, Gary, he says, you got so much junk in your life. You need to clear the plate. Get rid of the junk. That's why I gave you the goal setting principle that Brian gave me. Because once I realized I could focus on 2, 3, 4 things, I started getting results. I started getting accomplishments. Oh, wow. Before I was the jack of all trades, I knew everything. But I was dead broke. Didn't master anything. Didn't use that talent that God gave me. Ask yourself this question. Am I using the talent that God gave me? Am I making my potential and income? Am I changing other people's lives? Am I a person of attraction? Or am I not barfing? Going out promoting. Sometimes we call them piranhas. So your ability to think, plan, and decide, and take action determines your entire course of your life. I want you to understand, your ability to plan, your ability to think, your ability to make the correct decisions will determine the entire course of your life. Yes or yes? Yes. How many guys want to go on the right course instead of the wrong course? Turn to somebody and say, I'm marching on the right course. Come on. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. See, if you want to change your life, you got to focus on the changes. If you don't like the way your life is today, you got to look at what you want to see differently about your life, and that's what we're going to talk about today. See, you got to focus on what you need to change in your life to be the person you really want to be. So many times we're focusing on, I'm going to work more. I'm going to put more hours into this. I'm going to drive more people crazy, successful thinkers. I'm going to get the business cards. Right? Okay? It doesn't work like that. You got to be a different person. See, our life is a product of our decisions and our choices. Yes or yes? Yes. Aren't you tired of making the wrong choices sometimes? You wonder why that you're stuck in a rat race, you're in bondage? Because you're making the wrong decisions, the wrong choices. Well, I can't go to this event. I know Mike Aguilar, he's a great communications coach, but I need communications, but I'm just too busy. It's Grandma's birthday. Well, and then you call your coach and you say, it's Grandma's birthday. She's 80 years old. And your coach sympathizes with you and says, yeah, you should get Grandma's birthday. I'm sorry. Let me tell you the real truth. You've been making those type of decisions all your life, and you've been putting those things relevant and important to making decisions that's going to move your life forward, that's going to better your life, that you're going to have a better quality of life, that you can spend more quality time with your family and leave a legacy for your family. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
Those decisions are so important, right? My one-year-old kid's going to have a birthday party. I'm inviting all the neighbors. I cannot go to this seminar tonight. How many times have you heard that? Oh, the cat just got sick. I had her case into the vet. I look over, I hear a lot, trust me. Your ability to think, plan, and decide, and make the right decision. So, if you want to change your course in life, start making different decisions. Right? So if you're a impulsive buyer, you're out in there, you're all thinking, I feel good, I've been so depressed, I'm going to buy this big screen TV. For once in your life, step back, think it overnight, and say, I'm not going to buy that damn thing. I'm going to start thinking about buying some stuff. I'm going to think about buying some real estate. I'm going to think of maybe getting a really good network group, and I'm going to make some real powerful residual income. Hello. I'm going to get me a financial planner.
I am.
Thank you. Who's got financial planners today? See, you guys have this perception, hey, if I go to a financial planner, I don't have the money. You go to a financial planner because he's going to help you get the money. Hello. Right? How many guys would help him get money, Nick? Right? Devin? Paul? Right? Any more financial planners here? Everybody should have 1 or 2, 3 financial planners. Hello? If you guys don't get one-on-ones with these financial planners, you're missing the whole point. Am I right or wrong? Okay? All right. So, let's go on. The better you become in each area, the better will be each part of your life. The faster you will achieve your goals. Who wants to work more? Or who wants to make more? Who wants to work less? Wouldn't it be nice if our vacation without a cell phone? Hello?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened as an overachiever, because I didn't have balance in my life. You know what? My kids never saw me grow up. I never saw my kids grow up because I was so busy with the briefcase at night. Yeah, I became a vice president at 28 years old of a Fortune 500 company. Oh, that's a great accomplishment. I don't know my kids today. We live in a big home, drive big cars. Don't know my kids today. Went on vacation with a briefcase. Give me a break. Is that the life you want? Get free financially. Get a plan in your life. Talk to a financial planner. He can tell you how to do it. They can show you how to do it. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Personal strategic planning is the tool that we will be using to get from wherever you are right now today to wherever you want to go. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to help you to look at the changes that you need in your life to change your life. The difference between personal strategic planning as a central part of your life, as a tool in your life, is the difference between driving a fast car for a robbery and going down the street with a bicycle. How many guys are on the bicycle? How many guys would like to jump on the Ferrari? How many guys would like to get on a vehicle that's going fast in the direction you want to go? You think that might change your life a little bit? This guy got me fired up. Sorry.
That's good, Gary.
Get the fire hose.
Yeah.
So strategic planning saves time and money. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay? So by thinking through the key questions and concepts I'm going to share with you today, you're going to develop some strategies that will quickly find yourself to be more and more and more effective, more important tasks that you're going to put your efforts towards. The 28-year-old says this, I'm going to put 20% of my efforts on the revenue-producing activities that are going to get me closer to my goals than 80% of the time it gets me nowhere. How many guys put 80% of your time to stuff that doesn't get you where you want to go? Be honest. I used to do that. Thank God I had some coaches in my life that changed that for me. Okay? I love what I did. I wake up every day happy. Hello. I never worked a day in my life. No. I used to work. But that's what I enjoy about life because I know I'm living my purpose. Yeah. Alright. So, at the same time, you will do fewer and fewer things that aren't particularly helpful to you by readjusting your thinking. It's got to come from your thinking before you've got to change it internally before we can change it externally. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We got to go from stinking thinking to prosperity thinking. We got to stop thinking about the bills. We got to stop thinking about the home we might be in trouble with. You got to stop thinking about all your problems. You got to think about your business and if I'm going to get more customers around. And you got to start painting a picture about where you want to go. Create a vision as if you're already living it. Ingrain it in your heart. Ingrain it in your soul. Live it every day. Write those goals that are going to get you there and focus on the activities that will get you there and get the junk and shit out of your life. Hello.
Come on.
He got me excited. It's Eric's fault. All right. You must establish targets. You must establish targets to do the right things, to get that change to come about. You will improve your ability to measure and track results. You will move on a fast track in your work and in your life in general. So all the time you say, I don't have the time, I don't have the time, I'm broke, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I'm broke, all of a sudden you're going to say, I'm on focus. I'm going where my dream is. I'm going to be there because I'm focusing on the activities that are going to get me there. Can you say hello?
Come on.
Hello.
Hello. You guys can talk to Nikki and Devin and get really on track. Get a plan for their life. If you don't have a plan for your life, a plan for your business, and a plan to be free financially, you're missing life. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. Get a plan for your life, get a plan for your business, and get a plan to be free financially. Working hard does not get you free financially. Whether you love it or not, you need a plan to get free financially. Can you say amen to that?
Amen.
Okay. Here's 7 questions to ask yourself in strategic planning. Define your business career clearly. What business am I in? Define your business in terms of what you do for your customer and your company. If you're not customer driven, what you have to be customer driven. How do you change your thinking? How do you change your mantra? How do you change your vision statement? Okay, to service your customers. As an example, I'm in the business of helping real estate investors find suitable financing to purchase investment properties. See, now I got a purpose, I got a vision there, you know. Hey, I'm a financial planner. I'm in the business of helping people plan for the future, securing the present, and in your kids through college and having enough money in reserves to handle the incidentals. The rainy day reserves. See? How many guys would like to sit down with a financial planner and talk to you like that and say, how much money do you have? You can't talk to me. You don't have $100,000. Who's serving who? I always ask those guys, by the way, how much money do you have in your bank?
Yeah.
What kind of car do you drive? What kind of home you live in? Well, it's coming. Yeah, well, it's coming because you're trying to get it from me. Okay. The person that has the purpose in your heart is going to sit down with you while you're young, even when you're old, when you decide to make a change in your life and say, here, this is what we're going to do and how have a proper planning and strategies for you at the age that you're at, and the risk that is tolerant to you. Am I right, Nikki? Isn't that what you do?
That's right.
Okay, thank you. Got an amen from that. All right. So planning saves you time and money. Define your business. Are you happy with what you're doing? Are you really doing your affinities? What's important to you? What you enjoy doing? Are you running into maybe not really feeling good about what you're doing? Just ask yourself this question. Do I love what I do? Is it my purpose? Define your business clearly. Think about your future. What business will I be in if things continue the way they are today? If it's not providing for your family, if it's not providing for you, maybe you might think about a career change. I can't do it in 5 minutes. I can't. Okay.
What do you need, about 10?
You know what, maybe about 15.
Wow.
Okay.
We're going to go, if everyone's okay with that, we're going to go overtime. Are you all okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Go, Gary.
Okay. So you want to think about your future. If you continue the way you are today, what's going to change in the future? You've got to think about, I got to make some changes today to change my future. Are you with me? Look at yourself, look at your talents, look at your abilities, look at your ambitions, look at your energies, look into your heart to determine the business that you should be in. Does that make sense? Find that business in your heart, not because your buddy told you, hey, I want to be a farmer. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I'll be one too. Okay. Look at your heart to find your purpose. Fire your customers that are not treating you well. Now let me tell you why that is so important. Because when you fire a customer, you gain liberation. You start looking and defining who you want to work with. Who's going to appreciate the value that you can bring to them. What it does is it brings purpose and value to you. You see, I had a guy call me on the phone one time. He's going through a divorce. It was a tricky loan, and when I owned San Francisco Bay Mortgage, and he starts yelling at me, hey, you're not getting the job done. My ex-wife said this, and blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, wait a minute, my friend. Do you know what I have to do to put this loan together to refinance both your homes when you're going through a divorce, and we have to use both your incomes? Give me a break. Do you realize what it takes? And he started yelling at me again. I threw his loan in the garbage can, threw the microphone in the garbage can, shook it up, and I pulled it out, and he goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, I just threw your loan away. You're fired. I felt so good. He called up the manager of the company, which was my wife at that time, by the way, and he goes, he told me he threw my loan away, and then he said he lit it on fire. He goes, put it out, put it out. She says, oh, you got to that. Now let me tell you what happened. Because I fired that guy, he called me the next day and begged me to continue with the loan. We became the closest of friends. He was my best referral source. Hello? But you know, before that time, I would kiss everybody's butt to get business. After that time, I profiled the client that I wanted to do business with. Now let me help you with successful thinkers. It's so cool. When you ask somebody, how can I move my business forward? What can I do to help you to move your forward? Ask them, I said, profile a client for me. So you can connect them with the right people. Is that cool? Would that be cool? You see how you can accelerate that? Accelerate your businesses by understanding the other person's business so well, you know what type of clients are looking for? I did this with Jeff. You want to know what I was talking about? Okay. Now, fired customers is a good thing, but not every customer. You need some, you got to make some income here, right? You ready so far? Identify your area of excellence. What do you do that's just superior than anything else that you do? What's your competitive edge? What makes it different for you? What can you share with your clients and your friends that maybe that you just feel so superior in? Because a lot of times people don't know how you feel. They don't know that you have that in your heart. So let it be known your area of excellence without boasting or bragging. Okay? One of your chief responsibilities in life is to select an area of excellence that you can have the greatest positive impact on your career, on your income, and on others, and on your customers, and on your family. Put it in your heart. Okay? There's a winning strategy, the core of competencies that you will need to be at the top 10% of your field if you do that. You'll get understanding what it takes to play at the top. Remove the key constraints that stop you every day. And I'm just going to roll through this. What are those constraints? What are those chokeholds? What are those usually? Well, you need to develop maybe some skill sets. Maybe those skill sets are stopping you, like maybe organizational skills. Maybe they're speaking skills. Maybe they're presentation skills. But find out what skill sets are limiting to you and start working on them. Go to coaching, go to workshops, go to seminar, and develop them. Maybe it's your mindset, your attitudes. Maybe it's your habits. Maybe you're not disciplined enough every day. Daily disciplines done daily will create your character, I promise you. If you change your habits, you'll change your course of life. But you got to start changing your habit. You can't get up the next day wanting to change and do the same thing. Am I right or wrong? Right. And you got to change it. Choose to take action. What specific action do I have to take right now, immediately? Don't procrastinate, don't put it off, or change will not come. You got to do it right now. Are you with me? Yeah. Look at the person next to you and say, I'm going to do it now.
I'm going to do it now.
All right? Okay. I'm going to give you some things to sharpen your focus right now. Okay. Sharpen your focus. Here are several additional questions I want you to ask yourself and answer them regularly as part of this personal strategic planning. Here they are. If you could wave a magic wand and have whatever you wish in any part of your life, what would it be? Write that down. If you could wave a magic wand right now and change anything in your life, what would it be? Think about it. Change anything that you want or anything that you wish for in your life. What would it be? Write it down. If you could design a perfect lifestyle, day in and day out, what would it look like? What would the books be written that you've been in your heart? What about the poems that you would be creating for other people's enjoyment? What about the music that you had in your heart but you never put it on paper? You understand what I'm saying with this? You see, there's so much talent. You know the most talented place in the whole world? You know where it is? You know where the treasure chest of the world is? It's in the graveyard. Is that sad? Do you want your talents to go to the graveyard? I don't want to go to the graveyard. If you could create the perfect calendar, what would it be? Think about it. What would it be? Write it down. How would you change your life if you would receive $1 million cash, tax-free, right now? What's the first thing you would do? What would you do? Would you go out and buy a new boat, a new home, a new car? Or would you think about the charity you're going to support? Hello?
Come on.
What parts of your work do you enjoy most and do best? Where do you excel the most? I hope it's at successful thinkers. What sorts of activities make you the happiest? What would you do? How would you spend your time if you learned today that you only had 6 months to live? It's pretty impactful, but I just wanted you to think about it. What one thing would you dare to dream if you knew that you could not fail and you can have it and you can get it? What's the one thing that you can have? financial freedom, that's great, but you know what's going to be more empowering? Financial freedom to do what? What purpose does it serve? It's not about the money. I never worked for money. I didn't become a millionaire because I wanted money. I became free because I had a purpose and I carried. So when you ask yourself these questions honestly and dramatically to increase your awareness, who you are and what you want, you start seeing a clear picture. And then your strategic planning is simply focusing on those changes that you need in your habits and your skill sets. And in your thinking. You with me so far? In addition, you'll realize that all the things that should be done more and quicker with newer activities, and you'll find that you'll have more time in your life for your family, for your friends, for the things that you want to do, the passions that you have. Would that be cool? Instead of saying, I don't have the time, and I don't have the money. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a growing bank account? And money came to you easy because you decided and made a decision to make these changes in your life, because you focused on it, discovered your talents and who you are. All right, I'm not going to go through the 7 areas of your life. I don't have time for that. But those are the 7 things I think you need to focus on. But here's some more focal point processes that will help you to alleviate any stress or unhappiness in your life. Okay? And here's what I want you to do. I want you to grade these on a scale of 1 to 10. Here they are. Values. What are your values and virtues and qualities and traits that are most important to you in each area of your life? What are the most important values? You want to be a person of attraction, you need integrity. What are your value systems saying? Hey, if I can get the deal done, he doesn't know I get some points in the back. That's not integrity. Hey, I'm going to sell this home because, they can make it their home when she's saying all along she hates the kitchen. I just don't want to be in that type of MLM. That's not for me. I understand. Vision. If your life were perfect in this area 5 years from today, what would it look like? What would it look like? Breakthrough goals are so important. So many people say, hey, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. I'm going to tell you that's not the way. Breakthrough goals simply mean, what do I have to do to expand my comfort zone, make it natural so I can live within what I feel is comfortable to me. My workshops used to be 1 step out of your comfort zone. I'm telling you, it was a long time. It should have been how to expand your comfort zone so it becomes natural and enjoyable to you. Knowledge and skills. In what areas would I excel to the future to achieve my goals, to fulfill my vision? What talents do I need to develop? See, talent is not going to help you. It's how you develop those into the skill sets that you're going to leverage off of, that you're going to apply that to other people. Now, let me give you guys just a quick lesson. A lot of you guys in MLMs, I know it, in leveraging. And it's so powerful to understand this. See, you can go out there and recruit. You're going to have a revolving door business. I'm sorry. 95% of the people fall away because of that. But if you go out there and manage and train and coach people and develop leadership within your organization and get those people to leverage time and draw on their talents and their resources, oh my God, your business is going to explode. 5 to 7 people you teach to be coaches and trainers, and people love. There's my senior moment. People of attraction, thank you. Thought I lost that. So, what habits? You got to change your habits and your thoughts, and then it changes to actions, okay? All right, daily activities. What activities are you doing and you engage in to get you further towards your goals? What specific actions are you doing to take immediate to begin realizing your ideal vision right now that makes a difference? Okay, here's what it is. Turn to your, I'm going to wrap this up right now. General goals procedure chart. I gave you an example right here. Step 1, write down an income goal for you that lives at 60% of your life. That's your first declaration towards financial freedom. I'm going to create an income. I'm going to live at 60% of net income to you. When you determine that, all your plans and goals will fall into that, okay? What benefits will I get from reaching my goal? Write it down. You got an example. What obstacles are in my life? What training do I need? What companies do I need to look for or look at? What workshops and seminars do I need to go? Step 4, what skills and knowledge do I need to acquire to reach that goal, to live on my top? Okay? What groups and organizations do I hope you say successful thinkers. What plan of action do I need? And then put a date down there right now. Guys, get laser focused. Look at what your life is today. Find out what you need to change it. and start implementing the activities and the resources to be that change of who you want to be, where you want to go, and watch the differences. I hope this helps you. Strategic planning is a very powerful tool to use. God bless you guys. Thank you for leaving the time. Go.